MK love
death.
Oh, what the fuck, MK? A video about death? That's not cool. You can't make death funny.
Well, I just so happen to think death is hilarious. And if you shut your shitty little yapper, I'll explain to you why. Death! It is the one great absolute. All things die. And since the dawn of man, we have been fascinated by it. And more so, terrified by it. Because, yeah, man, death can be a scary thing. So much is still unknown about it. I think we as humans choose not to think about it, the grim gravity of it. Not very many scientists deal exclusively in death. It's almost like we don't want to know. But there are those brave enough to study it. So, what happens when you die? Well, first you have to understand that there are different types of death. There is brain death. That is when you suffer a trauma to the brain that causes irreversible damage. All the functions that the brain is responsible for cease. Basically, you are gone. What made you, is gone. Your brain is dead. Cardiac death is when your heart suffers some trauma and is no longer able to pump oxygenated blood to the rest of your body and its organs, keeping them from failing. Brain dead can mean you're still physically alive with the help of machines and so on. That's the one you'll see on TV where half the family's like, no! Don't pull the plug, he's still here! And the other half of the family's like, big money! Big money! Pull that plug! Whereas cardiac death is what everyone considers dead. Now, what's also really interesting about when you die, when your heart stops pumping, your brain can go on living for as long as 6 minutes. It's during this time your body releases chemicals into your brain that gently carry you over to the other side. It's a way for you to protect yourself from any further harm during your last moments. Believe it or not, your body loves you and does all kinds of stuff for you without you even realizing it's doing it. This is another instance of that. Your brain will be exposed to a chemical that will cause it to have the most intense and incredible hallucinations you could ever imagine. In case you didn't know, this is called dimethyltryptamine, or DMT. That's right! When you die, you trip on DMT. It's a chemical your brain releases little by little during your sleep when you dream, and in one huge burst when your body and brain feel like it's about to die. This is what causes you to see what you see when you die, or have a near-death experience. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. Christians will see Jesus, Buddhists will see Buddha, and so on. This isn't me poking holes in anyone's faith, but yes, this is what happens when you die. Whatever you truly expect to happen when you die, not what you think, but what you feel deep down, what you believe is going to happen when you die is going to happen when you die. You're gonna trip fucking balls, man. Whatever you really truly feel is gonna happen is gonna happen. You're gonna see that shit. Don't even worry about it, man. It's gonna be great. I think if everyone tried this drug, they would feel a greater sense of peace about death. Oh, and you'll shit yourself. You thought that running joke on South Park was just a joke? Nigga, shortly after you die, you are going to void your bowels. You are going to shit all over yourself. Oh, man, I want a dignified death. There are no dignified deaths. Every single person that has ever lived has shit their pants shortly after they died. Stank Booty Jones. Now, the scariest thing about death is the not knowing what happens after we die. That's what's really scary. Is there an afterlife, heaven, hell, or just complete and utter non-existence? Well, as I said before, there are scientists brave enough to attempt to answer these questions, and they have stumbled upon some things. No matter what you believe, science has discovered there is such a thing as a consciousness separate from our physical body. In 1991, a woman named Pam Reynolds Lowry underwent a surgery to treat a brain aneurysm, which involved draining all the blood from her brain and leaving her dead for 45 minutes. She was dead. No longer here with us on Earth. And when she was resuscitated, she was able to recount things that happened during her procedure. She described being able to talk to people that had died. And I know a lot of you skeptics out there are going to be like, oh man, it's bullshit, because I'm a skeptic and I said that same thing. But she was also able to describe the procedure itself, including the bone saw they used on her skull. So many of these religious types are so certain of what is to come after we die, but have they really thought about it? Your body is dead. What heaven or hell are you going to experience without a body? A soul. Oh, okay, that's what's going to get it done. Well, what's a soul? Well, what you call a soul, we call a consciousness. How is your consciousness going to experience these things? Isn't that more incredible to think about than what you've been indoctrinated with? Forgive me, but that's what pisses me off more than anything about people. No one thinks, no one considers or contemplates or even wonders why. They just blindly believe whatever they were told, and that's bullshit. Where is heaven? What is it? Without a physical body, you cannot exist in this physical reality. Whatever heaven is supposed to be, it does not reside in the clouds over this speck of a planet. It's found in another plane of existence. Whatever makes you, whatever we can't yet explain that dwells in the cells in our brains, our consciousness, it leaves this place and goes somewhere we can't reach with our bodies. That thought alone gets me very excited. You don't need a physical body to exist. That gets me very excited. A science called transhumanism is one of my favorites to discuss, and personally I think death is a form of transhumanism. When you die, you simply stop being what we know to be human. But transhumanism is a topic for another video. I can sense some of you aren't especially happy with how this video is going.
I don't like dying, that shit's awful.
Folks, everyone dies. Everything dies. Be thankful for the time you're given, and don't worry about the bullshit. But I guess I can make this a Pixar presentation because some of you guys need something that's cute. Think about this. Even when you die, you will continue living in ways in this reality. Molecules from your body that you've exhaled have been in our air since the day you were born, and will continue to be there long after you're gone. Think about it. You've had molecules from Jimi Hendrix and George Carlin and fucking Attila the Hun exhaled into our atmosphere and in your body too. Isn't that wild? Not only that though, let's go bigger. Humans, however faintly, are bioluminescent. That means right now, your body is emitting light. Our eyes are just not keen enough to see it. Anyway, the light coming from your body, just as the light coming from anything, is sent out into the universe as a photon. A photon is the fastest moving particle of anything in the universe. It's fucking light, man. So it's going to keep traveling through the universe until it hits a planet or other celestial body. So it can go through the universe, potentially, forever. Until time ends. This is sounding much more nerdy than cute. Here we go. Leaving a legacy. And again, it doesn't have to be a child. That's a perfectly fine way to do it if you instill some semblance of a purpose. Having a child shouldn't be your way to continue a bloodline that has no intention of committing a worldly good or purpose. You don't have kids just to have kids. Why are you a bloodline to be celebrated in its continuation? What are you contributing to the world? A legacy can be an idea or a manifesto that affects people in a way that continues on after you're gone. If you affect a truly positive change, you can be immortal in your actions, remembered and revered forever. Or you could just be a huge douche and be a fatuous footnote in the who gives a damn chapter in history. And you don't have to be a rock star to do it. Rosa Parks helped change the world, and all she did was sit her black ass in the wrong damn seat.
Come on, lady, you gotta go.
This seat ain't got your name on it.
Look, nigger! You get that big round ass up out of that seat and off of my bus. The police are waiting outside.
Ah, well, fuck you too, Mr. Bus Driver Man. I guess that's my cue, huh? Well, excuse me as I go down in history as the laziest bitch to ever be involved in the civil rights movement. Okay, how do I really feel about death? Fuck that shit. I love breathing. Check this out. Love that shit. Did you see it? Love that shit. Can't get enough of it. Love breathing. I am not looking forward to dying, but I'm not afraid of it. It's silly to be afraid of it. It has to happen. What would life be if not for death? Life is like a book. The story starts and a lot of really awesome stuff happens. Some bad stuff too, but that's what makes a story good. And then that story ends. And that's where the satisfaction comes from. The ending. Can you imagine reading a book that never ended? Life has to end. Your life has to end. And that's okay. Just make sure that before it's your time, you do as much good as you can to leave your mark on this world. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, you almost gave me to death.
Hey, quiet guy here.
And I'm on the room guy. I'm still here too. I didn't die.
Yeah, we didn't die. Look, thanks for watching the video. We hope you liked it. Gary David did the music, MK did the jokes, and Ali did the animation.
You know, they say there's 6 million ways to die.
I'm not sure that's 100% accurate.
You could get rich and die trying, die hard with a vengeance, live fast and die young, or you could die another day.
Okay.
You could always lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die.
Yeah, this video is over now.